is a good podcast. Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock. This is a good podcast.
Hey everybody. I got something I gotta say. I know this channel's usually for me singing, I think. I'm Miranda. I did something recently that maybe you caught wind of. Maybe you've been keeping up with the news. I accidentally dropped some underwear in a box that I was sending to some children. And it was definitely an accident, and I was sending them other stuff too. I put it in a box. I sent it, and I definitely didn't do it on purpose, but I am apologizing for the fact that I accidentally let it drop in. You know, it was on my counter. The box was next to it. It fell. It's not really my fault. I mean, I'm the only person to blame because I did ship them technically, but it's not really me, you know.
You also asked them to put tampons in their mouth.
Yeah, and that was also an accident. Yes, thank you. So I was texting. I was writing the short story. I'm trying to break out of singing, and I was trying to write this short story about cigars, putting cigars in your mouth. But that damn autocorrect,
You spread a 14-year-old's legs on stage.
Yeah, so that also, I have been practicing to get my gynecology certification, and I've been playing so much, just my mind. It's like the television show Severance, if you're familiar with it. Sometimes you're in one zone, sometimes you're in the other, and it just is a switch that flips. So I'm sorry that happened. I'm sure that's embarrassing for everyone who watched it, but again, not really on me. That's about the chip in my brain. So take that up with the corporations. But again, I am sorry for all my fans having to experience all of these things. Also, I do need that underwear back. I am running low. I did send them on accident, so I have like 2 pairs left. If you
seems kind of genuine.
Back.
You're 36 years old and you asked a 14-year-old if they were a virgin.
Again, you gotta know for medical reasons. It's just sometimes we're gonna be doing things like smearing pap and such. So you just have to ask. Again, wrong side of my brain, left brain, right brain. You know, there's the music.
Well, thank you, Jake, for that stunning rendition of the non-apology video given by Colleen Ballinger. That was one of the wildest things I've ever watched.
Yeah, I actually watched it last night.
This is a YouTuber who has fallen into disgrace. We don't really need to talk about her specifically, but she did put out a ukulele 10-minute song video not apologizing for anything, and that was pretty cool.
10-minute ukulele song.
You should check that out if you haven't.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Well, you did a pretty fucking good job replicating.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of denial. You did miss the chorus, which was toxic gossip train rolling down the tracks of misinformation.
That cannot be real.
That's
what kind of
word for word. That's pretty good, actually.
Yep.
What kind of schoolhouse rock bullshit is that? Are you kidding me?
Pretty wild.
It was wild, and the crazy thing was, she was like, it's all rumors, but also I messed up and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So it's like, which is it? Is it a rumor? Did you do it? And it's insane.
Yeah, she's 36, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. We're here in Jake's house, and you know what that means, folks. Jake's in charge of the episode.
Oh, damn it. Well, it's time to lead the episode. We're not fucking around this week. Let's start with a real intro. We've forgotten it so many times lately. Hello, fans, and maybe friends of fans who have been, suggested this show.
Should we use fans? I don't know if I like fans. Should we come up with a different name for the people who listen to the show?
Mice?
Rats?
Friends.
Rats?
Friends. Oh, that's good. Harry's here, too.
Lovers.
It's me.
Yeah. Oh, man, I blew your intro. Sorry.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
start
let's take
off
it from the top.
Take it from the top.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Welcome to Mouse Out of Wedlock, Austin's podcast dedicated solely to information. We are here and we're going to record. So first up, my name is Jake. I'm the host of this show. I always invite 2 friends on, 2 or more friends onto the show, but it's really my show. I do all the work.
You really flipped a switch. You didn't want to do anything on the last couple episodes, and now you're in charge.
I'm the only podcaster in Austin.
Shit. Okay.
And you guys are just my guests.
You're
Speaking
popping
of
off,
guests,
yeah.
let me introduce them to you, fans of mine. To my right is Harrison Reese, a regular on the show. Some might even call him a junior co-host. And that's the kind of in-depth commentary
that's why
you can
he's
expect him.
here.
Mhm. He always brings home the bacon. And to my left is Fisher Joyce, who is also a regular on the show.
I've been here a couple times.
Yeah.
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 I got my feet wet in the show. You know, I know what's going on a little bit.
You really need to dry those off. You're getting mouse out of wedlock athlete's foot.
Sorry. Well, how you guys doing?
Great. We were actually having a conversation before this started.
Oh, yes, we were.
That maybe we need to dive into.
The pre-chat, folks. We're talking about how we're fully done with Marvel after Endgame.
Yeah, it's mostly done with Marvel, I think. You know,
Yeah.
we've dipped in a little bit. But
I don't count Spider-Verse. That's a different thing.
Well, that's Sony. Sony's not the MCU, and
Good point.
especially those. I mean, they tie in a little bit, obviously, with the second movie. Spoilers for the Spider-Verse movies.
Also, I'm a huge Morbius fan.
of course.
Love Morbius.
Obviously.
Morbius is the best comic book.
It's
movie.
Morbin time.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Eddie Burbank? He's a YouTuber.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Yeah, I discovered him last week. and
From the video of him going to Morbius.
That's not where I discovered him, but I
Okay.
did see
Yeah,
that one.
that's a
I watched
great
that one.
video.
It's so funny. He's
Yeah.
just getting beat down.
His best video, and this is a tangent definitely, but his best video is he traveled to every rainforest cafe.
Yes, that's
in
the first
United
one I
States.
saw.
Good. That was
so
the first one we
funny.
watched.
Such a good
Yeah, that was
video.
the first one.
Yeah.
I discovered it at the same time as Jake.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It's so good.
I've been watching him like all the time now.
Yeah, same.
He's very funny.
Great channel. So shout out Eddie, 9 pins.
89 pins.
But yeah, the MCU, we're over it. I brought up the fact last night I watched the clip of Captain America. Spoilers for Endgame of multiple year. You should have seen it.
It's too late for you
It's
if you
the-
haven't seen it.
It's the biggest media event of our lifetime so far.
No Marvel nerd hasn't seen Endgame at this point.
and
so
anyone
no
who
one cares.
yeah,
about
no one's getting
spoilers.
spoiled. Yeah. The part in Endgame where Cap picks up Mjolnir. So hype. I watched the clip itself. Someone was talking about it on Reddit, so I opened it up, and then I remembered the audience reaction one. Have you guys seen that famous audience reaction clip?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched that one again. That one got me emotional, not because of the actual scene happening, but like the ability for something to still make humans go like that.
Was
and
that the
it's
last
just
big
positive.
one? Like the last big pop in the theater? Because like Avatar didn't fucking do that. No one cared.
Never saw it. Still haven't seen Way of the Water.
You still haven't
So I
seen Way
haven't
of
seen
Water?
it also.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I was in Spider-Man No Way Home, and a lot of people cried during.
I cried during that
Oh, I
movie
bawled.
multiple times.
It was embarrassing how much I was like sobbing. I was making noise and having to stifle it. I was
You really?
Yeah,
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
god, that scene where spoilers for No Way Home. This is spoiler cast.
This is a spoiler cast.
You
If
should-
you like Marvel, don't fucking listen to this.
Yeah.
Because you won't like what we're saying either, probably.
Yeah, our takes are bad.
Our takes are bad. We don't know anything.
I wish MJ had died in No Way Home and Andrew Garfield had failed twice.
Ooh, that would have been funny. If she just
damn.
if she just broke her neck on the pavement.
No, he catches her with the web, but then
he
it's
does
still.
it does the Gwen Stacy thing again.
Yeah,
The exact same thing.
It doesn't even like she doesn't even hit the bottom.
Where
but
she somehow like
stops.
scrambles her brains and is still like immaculately pretty, no blood.
Yep,
You know?
absolutely.
There's a little blood. There's backhead blood.
Did she hit her head in that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's how she dies.
Oh,
She
okay.
hits her head.
She doesn't just get whiplash.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
Spider-Man would have given a lot of people whiplash. Yeah.
What if is that how she dies? He just catches her and her neck breaks. I thought it hits the pavement.
No, it hits the pavement because
Okay,
whenever she
alright.
he like holds her head, his hand's bloody.
Or like
afterward.
whiplash.
I also that's very.
I'm
good.
gonna kill myself because I hate puns.
That is the best. That is my new favorite moment on the show. Was you saying thwiplash? Oh my god, that's a good joke.
I had to do it.
I'm gonna
Xander's
use
not
that
here.
all the time.
Damn. Okay. Well, sorry everyone that has to hear Jake say that now.
Yeah. They're gonna get thwiplash from how much I say
right.
it.
That's right.
I was thinking
Yeah.
about this yesterday. I woke up from 2 naps and I woke up and I was like, man,
Start thinking about death.
I was like,
man, I wish I could do the long sleep.
yeah, what I said was, I wish I could do this forever. And then I was like, oh, I guess that's just death.
That's
well,
wild.
okay, cool. Yeah.
I wish I could do this forever.
Yeah.
Do we need to like help you? Do you need help?
That's so sad.
Are you doing good, man?
Yeah.
You guys don't like sleeping?
This
I mean,
episode's bumming me out.
Yeah.
guys.
You know-
I mean, the world's fucking falling apart.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm,
Right.
I'm
It's bumming me
smiling. I
out.
feel great. I
Yeah.
love sleeping.
That's great, man.
It's like,
Do you need help? Okay.
Also, dying in some type of climate disaster, I think, would be awful. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like a wave just fucking crashing through the city. Some
Yeah.
shit. Like I know that's like movie shit, but like it's still shit terrifying.
Remember when people thought the world was going to end in 2012?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Totally. I remember like even
Yeah.
like what I was like I don't know how old I was. like 15 in 2012, whatever. And yeah, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And even then, I was like, yeah, no, this is very dumb.
Yeah.
And but yeah, people like actually thought it would happen. And I remember the next day, like it was very memed, which was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever memes were back then.
Yeah. Twitter's
2012
Twitter's
memes,
kind of
I'm on
back. Twitter's kind of back. I got to be honest. This combination move of Titanic sub into Miranda Sings apology video.
Yeah.
Really,
It's been great.
it's been going well.
I also muted a lot of really annoying
you hearing
pages.
that?
Which
Yeah, the static.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say. I think
I don't hear it.
Hello, YouTube and audio listener. Welcome to the first ever video portion of the show where you get to see my face. What? So basically, what happened is we recorded like 45 minutes of a podcast. You're listening to it currently, but we didn't go to a full hour, and I didn't want to. I just want them to be an hour at least, and eventually, I want to build it out. So we're doing even longer shows and maybe even going live. I think H3 is maybe like the best comp of what the goal of the show is to be in the long term. Obviously, we're going to stick to our guns with our comedic styles, and the people that you know and love will continue to show up on the show. But we might also break into some of these varied segments, I guess, where maybe it's just me for some of them, or maybe it's just Jake for a couple. I'm still spearheading the project, so it'll probably be a lot of me. But don't worry, all the things you know and love about Mouse Out of Wedlock are staying, and we're just adding on top of it. So shut the fuck up, calm down, and don't complain, okay? This week, you get to see my face for the first time ever. So there's a gift for you. Get out of my life, okay? But don't worry, audio listener. It's pretty much going to be the same thing as the normal show, but it's just me here currently. It's 4th of July as I'm recording this, and the Supreme Court's been popping off. They've been having a fun time. They've been celebrating America. Today, we're talking about these demons. I'm sure you've been paying attention to the news in some form or fashion about the Supreme Court and their goings on. We're going to talk about this more on the podcast you're currently listening to. And if you want to skip to that, where it's not just me talking into a microphone by myself about Supreme Court, and it's more funny, and there's jokes, you can go to the timestamp that's listed below for both audio and video listeners. And if you're an audio listener, feel free to pop over to YouTube. It's Mouse Out of Wedlock. But if you just want to stay on the audio, this will work over audio. I just have some visuals here I'm pulling up. I have a photo of the 9 demons that control America on the screen currently. The current American pantheon of terribleness. But if you haven't been paying attention to the news at all, shit's been happening. We're gonna run through what the Supreme Court has been doing over the last week. And it's not good. I guess we'll start with student loan forgiveness, because that's a thing we've talked about previously on the show. I know Xander and Jake, I think, were both trying to get part of this program. I don't know what their personal situations are with that. I don't know if this is like a sweeping thing, but so this is from CNN Politics. Supreme Court blocks Biden's student loan forgiveness program, which is, it seems like that's probably, people will probably like that. People are gonna love that. Just like generally, the population of America is gonna be happy that now the money that they thought they didn't have to spend anymore, they have to spend it now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So in a stinging defeat for President Joe Brandon, Supreme Court blocked the administration's student loan forgiveness plan Friday, rejecting a program aimed at delivering up to $20,000 of relief to millions of borrowers struggling with outstanding debt. That's pretty cool. But the thing I want to focus on here, on this story, because I think we all kind of felt like this was not going to work out, right? Like, just even the posturing from Biden after announcing this was very non-committal, should we say? There was a lot of hand wringing and waving of white flags about like, well, maybe he can't actually do it, and maybe he doesn't have the power to do it, and blah 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 blah, which we all understand is like ridiculous and stupid as a concept. Is like the government can't They own all the debt, so like they can't just. I don't know. It's dumb. But the thing I want to focus on from this story, and it probably will carry over to other stories we talk about today, is this line from the CNN article that says, it will immediately become a potent issue in the 2024 presidential race, as Biden can try to galvanize liberals by claiming the conservative court prevented him from delivering debt relief to voters. Republicans, meanwhile, are celebrating the ruling as a defeat for a bailout plan. This is the thing I want to drill into here. This is a great way to see how the liberals in America have become the controlled opposition, where they don't try to do anything. It's all posturing for the next election. It's all, well, what can we spin to convince people to vote for us? Where, what they could do is just make public, like popular policy, and people would probably be down for that, a la Bernie Sanders. But no, we can't do that because we're all on the same team here on the upper echelons of government. We're all rowing the same direction for capitalism. This CNN article, and CNN's obviously liberal leaning, kind of even like hints at like this is a win for the liberal administration because Biden can use it to, quote, galvanize liberals by claiming the conservative court prevented him from delivering debt relief to voters. Is that not just like disgusting to read? Is that's what they care about? Never mind like the millions of people who are struggling with debt and saddled with this huge burden of a college education that doesn't really give them much in today's marketplace, but they have all this money they spent on it. Never mind them. This is all about driving voter turnout for 2024. Are you fucking kidding me? That's gross. Just do things that people like and people will vote for you. Don't like be the entire like marketing push of the Democratic Party in America is like, we're not as bad. Well, sure, you're not as bad. You're not like openly calling for violence against trans people. Good for you. That should be baseline. That's fucking human decency. You absolute twat. What the fuck is going on? Like being less bad does not make you a good person. Right? Because then we're not playing a comparison game with Nazis. We don't want to be slightly better than Nazis, That's not even a goal to have. That's ridiculous, right? Okay, so we want to jump into some of the other Supreme Court rulings that happened over the week. I'm going to try to keep this short, right around 20 minutes or so. Just to kind of fill out the chunk of show that we did not get because Jake had to go to work. So this is Jake's fault. If you're upset about seeing my face on YouTube, it's fucking Jake's fault. Don't talk to me about it, okay? Also, I'm using my stream overlay because I haven't built one for Mouse at Wedlock and don't really plan to. If this video does okay, I might, or if I like this video, I'll probably do more of them. I care 0% about what the audience thinks about this because it's necessary. It's necessary. Also, I'm drinking I'm drinking tequila liquid death with a drip of Canada Dry in it on 4th of July because I want to be drunk today because the world sucks. That's what's happening. Let's move on. Let's move on to another banger that came across the timeline this week from the Supreme Court. Supreme Court guts affirmative action, effectively ending race-conscious admissions to college. Very cool. This is another really cool one. To be honest, I don't have college debt, right? And I am a college dropout. So there are probably people that have better information on like what this means and like the rollout of this and like what the consequences will be. But I just remember being a dumb fucking 15-year-old like who recognized like the world was fucked but like didn't understand why. So I kind of like swung like libertarian even back in that time when I was like fucking 15, 16. It takes a huge lack of understanding of how the world works in history to be on the side of anti-affirmative action. I think let's go to the majority opinion here. Is this from Clarence Thomas, that fucking demon, or is this from Roberts? I don't really know. It doesn't really give a great quote. Oh yeah, it's from Roberts. Sorry. Let's see here. Many universities have for too long concluded wrongly that the touchstone of an individual's identity is not challenges bested, skills built, or lessons learned, but the color of their skin, he wrote. Our Constitution, our constitutional history does not tolerate that choice. Our constitutional history does not tolerate that choice. You have to be bafflingly stupid to have that opinion. You have to fully throw out thousands of years of human history or hundreds of years of American history, slavery, to come to this opinion. Because we don't live in a meritocracy. You are proof of that. You are proof of that. You've elevated yourself to the highest levels of the American government. You are a god. You are the most powerful 9 people on the fucking planet. Let's look at these demons again. These are the fucking most powerful people on the planet. And they're going to keep sitting in these fucking dumbass, like J.C. Penney's robes until they die. Now, listen, in the funny part of the show that you're going to listen to in about 5 minutes here, we say some things that are jokes about what we should do in this situation. And I want to be very clear to friends and CIA handlers that those are just jokes. Please don't break into my family's home. Listen, these demons are in charge of everything and somehow lack a fundamental understanding of history. They don't know shit. They're I am so, if I wasn't fucking drunk right now, I would be livid, and I have been livid for a long time. I cannot wrap my head around the idea of a lifelong appointment where you can just make rules for millions of people and you're a fucking dumbass. I just don't get how we get to that point. Let's move on to our last of the 3 great decisions that came down from our favorite court this week. This one is a classic, an old banger. This is from the New York Times. Gay rights and free speech. Supreme Court backs web designer opposed to same-sex marriage. Oh, shit. Whatever will this fucking fat-ass wine mom with her like Christian books and gifts wall art behind her, what will she do if she has to witness a gay person? Oh, God, the humanity of that. Lori Smith said her Christian faith requires her to turn away customers seeking services to celebrate same-sex unions. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lori. Did something happen that you didn't like? Oh, no. Did you? Oh, man. You fucking hateful bitch. Get the fuck over it, okay? This is a classic, right? I think we all remember the wedding cake deal where it was kind of like a thought experiment where, well, it wasn't a thought experiment. Hold on, let me read this a little bit more. 5 years ago, the court ruled in favor of a Colorado baker who refused to make a wedding cake for Mr. Craig and Dave Mullins, now his husband, because they were gay. So it was a real thing. That wasn't just like some hypothetical thing. Do you remember this thought experiment? This is so tired. This has been around since like 2016, this talking point. And I thought we got over it. I thought we like moved on to the point where like, yeah, you can't do discrimination openly just because your fucking religion that doesn't even really have a basis to hate gay people. Let's zoom in on this demon. I just want to let's keep her face on the screen so we know who we're talking about when we talk about this. Yeah, and her name too. That's good. Are we not tired of this? Have we not moved on? How does this person still exist? Right? Because there's no other, it doesn't happen other ways. Like you couldn't, this would be the equivalent of like arguing for segregation in schools today. right? Like, why are we even fucking talking about that? Like, we have new real problems. This is not a real problem. This is a dumb cunt. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about this person. This person is a moron, imbecile idiot. Like, I don't give a fuck about what she wants. Why do these people give a fuck about what this woman, this fucking demon, why do they care about her? That's what I'm confused about. Why do they care about this? The reason, and we'll go back to full screen because we're almost done. And you can get back into the funny haha part of the show. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Maybe there was some funny haha there too. And you got to see my face. It's just good. You get to see my face. And you see the beard that I probably won't have for very much longer. This is going to be a great time for, if you're transphobic, taking screenshots from this. And guess what? Yeah, that's what I look like right now. Do you think you're going to hurt my feelings? You won't. Listen, these 9 demons, all of them, and the ghost of RGB is right there. RBG's ghost is fucking right there. Future Fisher, edit that in. Just kidding. Hey, just between you and me, Future Fisher. It's this is past Fisher. Don't do that. It's gonna take too much time. Don't do that. These demons right here, they're trying to impose their own twisted sense of morality onto the American people, which is explicitly not the purpose of the Supreme Court, right? I want to pull up an to close this a tweet from Bernie Sanders, which I understand is cringe. I would have been a Bernie bro back in the day, you know? It's too late for that. It's too late for that now. Here we go. Here is a great tweet from Mr. Bernie Sanders. Here we go. In my view, if right-wing Supreme Court justices wanted to make public policy, they should quit the Supreme Court and run for a political office. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's go down. Let's scroll down. That's always fun on Twitter. Who's this guy? Canadian. You are not an American. Did I get the caps out? Yep. Let's see if this gets me blocked. Also, I can type better than this usually. I have a microphone in front of my face and I'm trying to talk at the same time. That's good. Let's see. No. That's good. Let's see how that goes. Probably going to catch a 10-day. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of going to close out this section. I know this has been a fucking bummer of an episode. There's really nothing going on good in the world. But you got to see my face, so that's maybe going to brighten your day. Happy July 4th. This will come out on the 6th, I think. Burn an American flag for me today if you have one. I don't know, guys. There's nothing we can do other than kill these motherfuckers. Kidding. Oh, I'm kidding. Oh, I'm just joshing. I would never want to kill these 9 people. That'd be crazy. I would never want that to happen. Anyway, this has been the first video portion of Mouse Out of Wedlock. We'll see how this chops down. Probably not very well. I recorded for 23 minutes. You'll probably see about fucking 15 of this. The other 5 minutes are just me like fucking stumbling over my words or being exasperated about this woman. You know? I called this woman a lot of things that I probably won't cut into the episode. So just know in your heart of hearts that I did say bad things about that bitch. Anyway, this has been a little interstitial for Mouse Out of Wedlock. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There's some funny jokes ahead, and they are all jokes. Let's be very clear about that. We don't mean it when we say that some dumb motherfuckers should die. We don't actually mean it. And let's go back to the show. Bye.
This is the quality content we promise you at Mouse Out of Wedlock.
Yeah, we're not kidding this. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have to. This is a shorter episode because people have to leave, so you're getting everything.
Every single thing, every mistake.
That's right.
You're hearing the unedited version. Fisher can't put the fucking spin on this one. We can say whatever we want.
Why are you gay?
You've cut that out of every episode we've played it, and this time we're finally hearing it.
That's not true.
That's not true.
I know that's a.
What are you? What?
Yeah, what? Where was the joke? Why are you mad?
I'm not sure. Yeah. Ah, fuck. The static's back. Hold on. I fixed it. No, I didn't.
Oh my god, this is the episode.
This is a great episode.
Oh my god.
Listen, you got a banger last week. They can't all be that good.
Yeah, sometimes Harry has to be here.
Yeah.
they can't all be.
Whatever. I would have been great on the Titanic.
You would have been great.
Episode.
It would. You know what the fuck is happening?
I haven't listened to it yet.
It was funny.
It was very funny.
I think it's done now. Okay.
You know,
Here's maybe a jumping off point. I think we have already hit jumping the shark on multiverses. I think the only people that have done it correctly is Spider-Verse. Everybody else is kind of just like lost in the sauce trying to make like a weird like multi-character property.
Rick and Morty's done it pretty well.
Okay.
And moving on. DC.
Yeah, I don't understand that show. I don't have a high enough IQ.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Have y'all seen the new Flash movie?
No. That's multiverse too, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're trying to do multiverse.
Or at least it's starting their multiverse, I think. Is the
Well,
idea, right?
it feels like that's probably over there. I don't know how much more Ezra Miller they're going to put on the screen.
One of the CEOs of Warner Bros. Said that the Flash was a disastrous failure.
Yeah, I'm something like it's somewhere between like 4 and 7, I think. I don't remember the exact number, but of their last movies that have all not turned a profit.
Oh damn!
Yeah, which is crazy. Like
that girl didn't even come out.
Yeah,
maybe they should have.
Maybe they should have.
It's the crazy thing about like Warner, AT&T, this whole Sphere Viacom thing where
I do work for them, so I don't know how much I'm going to say.
where they aren't getting as much money as they deserve because they make such quality content.
David Zaslav deserves even more money.
That's right.
That's correct.
In fact, you should probably be paid less.
That's right. Yeah, cut my paycheck, give it to Daddy Zaz. He deserves it.
Well, let's shit on Marvel more.
Yeah, Disney's a safe target.
Hell yeah.
What are we watching right now?
We are watching Suicide Boys music videos as our background.
Okay. Playing for a long time. Is this like a movie?
There are multiple of this style from this album, right?
Yeah, they actually did score a movie too. I think pretty recently they scored a horror film.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know which movie it was, but yeah.
I wonder if it was a good one.
Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a sloppy one, I think.
Sloppy episode?
Yeah, because we don't have anything prepped. Because last week we prepped a lot.
Oh yeah, but a lot of big stuff has happened this week. Like,
I guess, yeah.
The Supreme Court. The Supreme Court went off this week.
Yeah. Oh, it's July. I'm not gay anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'll take that off of my profile. I'm not gay anymore. It's July now.
Yeah.
So
good.
Yeah.
We were getting really sick of it.
Yeah.
Supreme Court is back, baby.
Yeah.
In a big way.
How did they do? Here's what I'm confused about. What are they doing for these long periods of time where nothing happens, and then they drop like 3 in a week? How does that go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they like taking vacation and then they come back and they're like fired up to
go
go like ruin the American dream? Like what is going on?
That's got to be it. Yeah, they just like all go to their respective.
They go to the super donor's yacht that they didn't disclose on their taxes, right?
Right.
They all go hang out with Clarence's friends that collect Nazi memorabilia, and then they come back and they make it so you can not serve gay people at your restaurant.
Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, that is, I think, probably the worst one.
Oh, they're all bad. I mean, affirmative action's like fucking insane that they struck that down.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, it's insane that they took it down. When you look at who's on the Supreme Court, it's not as insane, if you know what I mean.
I mean,
it makes sense.
It makes sense, but they're not supposed to be making policy.
Totally.
Did you see the Bernie Sanders tweet? He was like, if these Supreme Court justices want to be making public policy, they should run for office.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Yeah, I mean, because this is insane. They're deities. They're the closest.
Oh, they're gods. They are Mount Olympus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because their law is set for all of continued time as well until another god directly cancels
exactly.
it.
Yeah, till death is so fucking insane as like a position you can hold. Like, why did
Insane.
why was that ever decided?
Well, because back in those days when it was decided, till death meant to like what,
10
50.
years.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like 10
I
years later,
guess.
to be fair.
I
That's
guess
totally
so.
true.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, yeah.
Dementia was
Yeah.
like a rarer thing. It was harder to go crazy by the time you died.
Yeah.
Your brain was not as mushy.
I think I've said this on the podcast before in a very early episode, but I think there should be an age cap on where you can vote. Like, I think once you hit 85, you don't get to vote anymore.
Totally.
You
just don't have enough mental faculties.
Yeah, you're not, and you don't care about the future anymore.
Yeah.
So don't vote.
True.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, still take care of old people. Like, I don't want to do like elder abuse. I don't want to like midsummer people off of a cliff. But you know, you shouldn't have any power anymore if you're 85.
Yeah, I agree with.
If you spend more than 5 hours a day on Facebook and you're over 85, you get midsummered off a cliff.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. There's a little timer. Everyone has a little timer with them.
I think old people
So they
should
don't
have
go
to,
over.
They need to get their driver's test renewed every year. That's
I agree with that.
yeah, that's a big one for me.
Listen.
Really, I think everyone should be doing that. Like
Be a big
every
big
5
spike
years.
in state troopers' death, probably.
Mm.
Be a W.
It's just wild to me that like the people in charge of the future that they won't see.
I think it's crazy
Are
that Clarence Thomas
in power.
is on the Supreme Court and thinks that black people and white people should go to separate schools.
I think he was
That's
also
pretty crazy.
Yeah, he was also trying to
to me.
strike down like interracial marriage, and he's married to
A white woman.
it's a white woman. It's a
Was he
list.
trying to do that?
Yeah, he was.
Whenever they overturned Roe v. Wade, it was
He was
a
like,
thing that
"That's
he said
next."
was like, that's another thing we should probably relook at. I
Yeah.
forget the exact court case that secured it.
He's just a Nazi. Like
Does
he's
he
he's
know?
just a Nazi.
Wait, does he know?
Does he know he's black? It's
Does
like
he?
it's like that Dave Chappelle sketch of the super racist black guy.
Like, unironically, how are you as a black man married to a white woman being like, yeah, we should know. I mean, maybe does he hate his wife? Maybe.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, all of them suck. Like even like the left leaning like judges are like
quote unquote left.
they suck. All of them suck equally. I don't want to single out Clarence
Yeah,
Thomas.
I love when people are like, oh, you know, RGB, my queen.
No, fuck
miss
her.
standard.
Fucking
She was
retire,
a
you old bitch.
neoliberal capitalist hack. Not even that. She was a terrible fucking person. I'm trying to remember. It was you can look this up. It was a Native American tribe trying to buy their land back, and Ruth Bader Ginsburg ruled against them being able to buy their land back based on an 1834 ruling that they weren't people.
That's cool. That's cool. I love the American government.
Yeah.
I love it so much. So what do we do? Kill them?
Yeah, well,
Kill them.
Yeah, that's kind of the only solution currently because they go till death.
oh,
You know.
And the people that we elect aren't going to do shit. They
Yeah.
don't care.
I mean, this is hey, hello CIA and FBI handler that listens to Mouse Out of Wedlock, and also people that I work with.
that's
I don't mean this.
yeah. See, that's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah. So
but we gotta kill him.
talking about DC's missteps,
Yeah.
that's an issue. Saying political murders, great, that's fine.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know. It's just, I mean, they're killing people.
yeah.
So you know, like I don't know.
Peaceful protest is, I mean, I've said this on the podcast before. It's a dumb idea. It'll never get anything done. And
Yeah.
like, you know,
I wish there was another way.
the people that, yeah, right. I mean, you know, I wish that the people we elected actually gave a fuck. You know, I
That'd be
wish
pretty cool.
they weren't bought off by corporation and lobbyists. But you know, that's not true. All these Supreme Court rulings rule in their favor. They're rich, white, and old. So why do they
Yeah.
care?
It's a pretty bad situation.
Or even if they're not white, they're rich enough to where and old enough to where they don't care.
Yeah. Are you all familiar with the concept of Kali Yuga? We've discussed that on the podcast before. It's a far right ideal of just riding the tide of the apocalypse.
No.
Yes.
I'm trying to introduce a left-wing side of this where you just kind of ride the apocalypse, but you try to make things better in minor ways instead of just trying to exploit. So I've kind of resigned myself to the world kind of being bad and continuing to get bad, but there's little things you can do to make it a little bit better, maybe.
Totally.
I'm done
I definitely
caring
agree with
about
that.
like large scale politics at this point. Like
Yeah.
there's no point in caring about it.
Yeah, totally. Because it's at this point it's just a bunch of old fucks who
Who all agree.
all agree. Yeah, totally. And all the disagreements is just for show.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Hunger Games ass fucking government. I mean,
True.
Like it's just ridiculous. And it's getting worse. Like the neoliberal ideology is infecting more places in the world. I mean, France now, there in Europe used to be there were no guns, right? Now French police officers carry guns. Surprise, they just shot a 17-year-old kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned on last week's podcast, guns don't kill people, God kills people.
Mm-hmm.
Guns
the French
don't kill people.
are rightfully
That's right.
rioting, which is great. I
That's
love
good.
to see it. They're
They're good at that.
going nuts. They burned down a city hall, raided an armory,
Whoa.
and are now armed.
Yeah.
And have taken to the streets and are shooting out the surveillance cameras with rifles. Pretty badass.
That's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I saw another one where they stole this piece of construction equipment, and it was like 10 people, and they were just running with it, and then they slammed it into one of the police surveillance towers, and it just like took it out. It was so sweet.
Damn.
And then you know, they were all fucking dancing around it, throwing shit in the air. They were going nuts.
Knowing that you're a people like that, it makes sense why they are also famous for being like pretentious. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're
They are
elevated
badass.
people.
They're
Yeah, you know?
badass. Yeah, they're way cooler.
They have to
than
look down
Americans.
on us from all the way up there
Yeah, I mean,
on Based Mountain.
They are one of the few countries who was founded on revolution and still feels that way. They're like, no, fuck that. You know, like you can't take away our rights or we will fuck shit up. And Americans,
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, we're getting everything taken away and we're just like, well, you know, I got to go to work tomorrow. You
We're
know?
too
And even if
fat
we
and
do,
happy.
even if we do protest, you know, we just line up, sing some songs, chant our fucking bongos, and then go home. Pat ourselves on the back. Good fucking job.
It's a photo op.
or we get disappeared by our government.
Yeah, it's one of the two. It's either a photo op or you go to a black site.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't like that though. That's not necessarily true. I mean, that happens in other countries. They're just brave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are too fat and happy and willing to be.
We're the labor aristocracy.
That's true. We are the imperial core. Unfortunately,
Let's move to France. Go riot.
Sure. I mean, I don't really want to live in Europe, to be honest.
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Europe
Fuck
is Europe is
America.
not. I mean, fuck America, obviously, but Europe is
At
not
the
that
at the
appealing
very
to me.
basis of better food, less
That's
shit
fair.
in the food.
That's fair.
Guillotines.
Mm,
Love that.
Yeah, they totally still use those.
pretty cool.
It's coming back.
Yeah,
It's coming back.
yeah.
Well, they have guns now. I guess they won't have to do that anymore. The French people, I mean.
Well, I guess to wrap up this segment of the podcast,
The MCU sucks
the
now.
MCU sucks, and CIA, FBI handler listening to the podcast. Listen. Look
This
at
was
the
a joke.
look at the fucking disclaimer down there. Okay?
I technically never said anything about being pro murder.
There's a fucking disclaimer down there, and we didn't mean it. Clarence
didn't
Thomas,
mean it.
he's a public figure.
Jake didn't mean not saying anything. Jake is Jake's the one you got to watch out for.
Yeah,
Because Jake was the most satirical
that's right.
by not saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Clarence Thomas once in person.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You had a chance.
No.
Is what you're
Yeah.
telling me?
Really?
Yeah.
You had a chance and you didn't take
one
a
for the
chance.
team.
I was like, I want to say 13.
You wouldn't even like been killed. You could have got away with it.
Damn, that's a good point.
You fucked up.
That's what we do. We hire like a 12-year-old.
That's right.
Okay, wait. Just kidding.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
So yeah, I mean, he came to do a speech in Tyler at UT Tyler in their big auditorium. He kind of just had like an interview there for some reason, and I
On how to be a racist, fat, conservative fuck.
I
don't
think
know
that's
if
actually what it was. I think that's what the sign said.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I'm a fat fuck. Yeah, he gave some sort of speech. I don't remember. I remember me and my buddy Caleb. I guess bleep his last name, but I wanted to say it so you were aware which Caleb.
son of Seth.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Now I can't use that joke because I have to fucking bleep the name.
Yeah. Well, now you could say son of Seth bleep.
I mean, people are gonna fucking figure it out. I think it's people can put that together. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty funny though, doing the
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he and I went, I think, for speech class or like debate or something like that. I don't remember exactly why, but it was just the two of us who got sent to go, and all we did was make fun of it the whole time. We were just sitting there giggling for like an hour and a half while this guy talked.
That's better.
Yeah, that's fun. At least you hurt his feelings.
Yeah, we were in the nosebleeds. My school was poor. We couldn't even afford a Supreme Court ticket,
Damn.
like courtside Supreme Court tickets.
Yeah. Sorry, audience. This week's going to be a little bit sadder than normal because we're talking about our rights being taken away instead of billionaires dying. But yeah, this is a bummer episode. Oh well. So what do we do? We're looking at 2012 memes. This episode fucking blows, dude. This episode sucks.
Everyone who's listening, go to Google, go to images, Google 2012 memes, and scroll with us. It's a watch along. It's a listen along. How does that work?
Did anything good happen this week?
Yeah.
Did anything good happen this week? Bear got in the pool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great.
He's not a big water guy. Me and Christian both had our backs turned though, so like I don't know if it was he fell in or if he meant to get in. Either way, he seemed to regret it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I got a news update earlier this week from an app I use, Ground News. I've talked about it on the podcast before.
We talked about that, yeah.
It said Joe Biden uses a CPAP machine for his sleep apnea.
Okay. A lot of people do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's why.
Journalism.
Like I brought this up to Harry. I was like, "Do you remember like 3 years ago when Daily News would be like Trump tweeted that he's gonna make Sweden the 51st state or some shit like that? It'd just be random shit like that."
Yeah.
Well, now news is Joe Biden snores.
I guess we've kind of gone back to like remember when Obama wore that like tan suit and like people freaked out for like a month.
You do not have to remind me.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't remember that.
My God, this was like
that was like the big gotcha moment for Obama. Was like he's so unprofessional. He wore a tan suit.
Really?
Yeah, well, Fox News went nuts over it.
There was also the time he went to an ice cream store and got like Neapolitan or some shit. I can't even remember what it was, and they were like, "What is he, fucking gay?"
Fellas, is it gay to enjoy multiple flavors of ice cream?
Oh, I kind of missed that era of like.
Yeah. Wait. I guess I just wasn't.
Journalism.
I guess I just wasn't media literate at the time. I don't remember that. That's so funny.
That was like Bill O'Reilly. I don't know if they called him gay. I kind of maybe embellished that, but that was definitely the vibe they were going for.
That's
like,
so good.
Just random stuff that normal people do and calling him a weirdo for it. Are you pulling up the tan suit? What are you doing right now?
I'm looking up Fox News Obama ice cream.
Oh yes, please. Yeah, we must know. We must know the president's flavor.
In 2015, they posted an article on Obama and ice cream. So Ben and Jerry's have endorsed Barack Obama for president.
Oh, I think that's a separate thing.
Yeah.
Maybe type in Obama ordering ice cream.
Fox News.
Fox News.
This is different.
Google search Obama ordering ice cream.
No one talk about anything until I find this.
Okay.
Oh, you know what it was?
What?
He was eating an ice cream cone with a spoon.
Oh,
That is weird.
I mean,
I don't think that's weird.
No way.
Was he wearing a suit?
He's probably wearing that tan suit.
No,
dude.
he didn't even have a
jacket.
jacket on, just a shirt.
He was eating a cone with a spoon.
Maybe it was
Look
his
at this
favorite
freak
shirt.
of nature.
Maybe it was his favorite shirt.
It's a white shirt. He's eating mint chocolate chip ice cream. Of course, yeah. That's just a smart move.
Maybe he had something to do later.
Yeah,
Like be the president.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got meetings to go to.
He's got weddings to
private
bomb.
drone strikes to oversee.
Yeah, he's a busy man.
I would feel more comfortable seeing this man eat ice cream with a spoon if I could see his birth certificate.
Oh, yeah.
No.
This is definitely a sign of a foreign agent.
You think so?
Real Americans get ice
It's
cream
like
on their
that scene
face.
in Glorious Bastards where they held up the three fingers wrong. It's like, uh-oh. Only Kenyans eat ice cream with spoons. Oh, man. We would be so good at being like right-wing grifters if we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like us
I'm not
three-
opposed to doing it.
us-
I have
well,
no moral qualm with doing
I
it.
know that you don't.
No.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why we can't do it, even as a joke.
Think of the money we'd make.
I know. We would make a lot of
It
money.
would be awesome.
We would be. Do you know how much cooler we are than Steven Crowder?
Yeah.
We are
right?
so much cooler than Steven Crowder.
Oh my God.
Put me in a room with Ben Shapiro for 5 minutes, and he's gonna cry. I'm gonna make him cry.
I would just start saying a bunch of shit about how he's a Jew.
Yeah.
And
And what's he
people
gonna
eat it
do?
up. Yeah.
What's he gonna fucking do?
He's gonna be like, you know what? You're right.
I am terrible.
Yeah.
Is it Dave Rubin, the gay guy that's like, I hate all the gay people?
Dave Rubin.
Dave Rubin, I think he's a Daily Wire, like their token, like gay that hates all the other guys. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Checks out. It's like what's that one chick? The trans chick who hates trans
Blair
people.
White?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a new one too, and I can't remember her name. She sucks. Also, Buck Angel sucks.
Is Blair White actually really?
Yeah, Buck Angel's like transphobic.
Really?
Yeah.
Are these people actually trans?
Yeah.
Do we know that?
Yeah, I think there's and I've kind of
This just seems so psyopy.
It does seem psyopy, but I think there is something to be said about like if they say they're trans, right?
Right.
So like I'm gonna continue to respect that, even if they're terrible people. Like I'm gonna call Ezra Miller they them, even if they're kidnapping people.
No,
you know?
I get
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
it's like
Totally.
your gender does not tie you to being being trans does not mean you're a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that. I get that totally. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just I just don't understand how any individual with a human brain could reach that conclusion.
I mean going back to like the Clarence Thomas stuff, like
unless they're
that's
just
the
like
same
Jake.
thing. That's or they have just no morals.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just trying to get the bag.
Make the money.
Yeah. I think that is largely what's happening is people just trying to get the bag.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's crazy.
pretty wild.
That is wild. I don't know.
Pretty wild.
Makes me sad.
Yeah.
The
You would be
writer
so
strike
good
is
at
still
it, though.
happening.
That is
What?
true.
The writer strike's still happening.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Good.
just remembered that. That's sorry to interject.
Did SAG start striking? I thought I saw maybe that started too.
What is that?
Screen Actors Guild.
That's just actors.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty much everyone's SAG. Well, not every. Like the big people are all SAG.
But they get like those are the guys that are actually sucking up all the money though from the writers.
No, it's the execs that are taking out. You know, like you got a lot of dog hair on your hand.
God damn. Yeah, where the hell did that come from?
This is a disaster. What are you looking at now, Jake?
WGA SAG strike.
Yeah.
Solidarity with WGA. The WGA and the WGA are on strike.
The W gay?
It doesn't look like, I'm not seeing that they've gone on strike as well.
Maybe they were just talking about it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Well, standing in solidarity is still cool.
Yeah, they're not crossing picket lines or anything. They've shut down a lot of Marvel productions.
Have you all seen Trumbo?
Trumbo.
It's a film with Bryan Cranston,
No.
right? Is who played Walter White?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he plays Dalton Trumbo, who he wrote Ben-Hur, I think.
Oh yeah, that like 4-hour-long movie.
Yeah. He wrote a bunch of classics back in the day, like the 50s, 60s. But he was a communist, and it was during the Hollywood Red Scare, right?
Right.
So he started writing for a different production company in Hollywood that didn't care, and he had to write a bunch of movies under a fake name and didn't get credit for them until a long time after.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, interesting though.
How do you spell Trumbo?
Trumbo.
Yep.
Look at that. I can't spell shit, and I knew that one.
It's
I tried spelling it like trombone.
It's a pretty good movie. Does have Louis C.K. in it. Yeah.
I was already sold.
And unfortunately, he does really well.
I mean, yeah, Louis C.K.'s funny.
Ooh,
He's
Helen
just a bad-
Mirren.
He's just a bad guy.
Helen Mirren in her hottest
Yeah, true.
in 2015.
Okay.
I love Helen Mirren.
All right.
I love her so much.
All right.
Me too.
How much time do we have? Do we have to leave?
We should leave in 4 minutes. One last piece of conversation.
Do
Well,
I
no,
have to,
actually,
do I have to pack up by then?
that's
Are
true.
we gonna have to record more?
This is the end of the show.
I'll record some solo shit.
Yeah, that's right. Talk about, give commentary, pause the episode, and,
I'm not doing that.
say, like, so what we were thinking. Let's explain the room at the time.
That's not gonna happen.
You can pause and be like, describe, and maybe spell out the link for some of the Suicide Boys music videos.
We could do that. Yeah. What should I talk about when I do like a solo little thing?
We could maybe record more later.
We could. Yeah. Well, the problem is I have to like finish editing this by like Monday.
That's been Mouse Out of Wedlock.
This has been a bummer of an episode.
Seriously, if you're sad,
We're sad too.
If you're sad, tell us about it in the comments.
Sure,
Make sure
yeah.
you like the video and, of course, subscribe. You can find us on all major podcast places to find podcasts.
Listen to last week's episode. It's better than this one.
And listen to next week's episode.
It's also better than this one.
Pretty much any Mouse Out of Wedlock episode is gonna be better than
Yeah, this is
one.
like bottom 5 of all time, probably.
What? Since I was the showrunner of this one, I do take a little bit of offense to that. Just
Yeah, you didn't
naturally.
prep anything.
Well, thanks for listening. My name's Jake. You can find me I guess wherever you want. We just, we can like meet up if you want. We can like meet up. You can
Game
like
on ATX.
Yeah.
Just swing by. We'll hang out.
Yeah, we'll hang out. It'd be sick. Next up, Harry is.
You can also hang out with me at Game On.
This is how plugs work now.
Yep.
Just come through.
I changed my @ to Champagne Socialism on pretty much everything. So I'll probably leave it like that for a while.
Cool. That'll be updated and in the description. Hey, it's Fisher Joyce. I'm sad this week because all of the cool things that could have happened in America are falling away. Follow me, Fisher45 Joyce, on social media or my YouTube channel, Fisher Joyce. Jake, you got any closing words?
Say a prayer for peace.
Shut up.
And we say bye-bye.